Imagine losing your job over a hat. Sounds unfair, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to Lillian Jakes. Lillian, a 26-year-old waitress at Waverly's diner in Greenville, had been a familiar face to customers for 3 years. She greeted regulars by name, remembered their favorite dishes, and always found a way to brighten someone's day. That Wednesday evening started like any other. The cozy diner buzzed with conversation, the scent of fresh coffee filled the air, and Lillian moved gracefully between tables, balancing trays with ease. But tonight, there was one difference. Perched on her head was a bright red "Make America Great Again" cap. She had no idea that this simple choice would change everything. Lisa Holland, the manager of Waverly's diner, didn't take long to notice Lillian's hat. Her sharp voice cut through the chatter as she called out, "Lillian, come here. Now." Confused, Lillian approached the counter, feeling the weight of Lisa's glare. "What is that on your head?" Lisa demanded, her tone laced with irritation. Lillian blinked, taken aback. "It's just a hat," she said, trying to keep her voice calm. But Lisa wasn't having it. "This is a workplace, not a political rally," she snapped. "Take it off or leave." A hush fell over the diner as customers turned to watch the exchange. Lillian's face flushed, but she held her ground. "With all due respect, Lisa, this is my personal choice. I'm not bothering anyone." Lisa's expression darkened. "Your choice doesn't pay the bills here. If you want to stay, the hat goes." The tension in the air was palpable. Lillian took a deep breath, her hands shaking slightly. But she knew what she had to do. "I can't take it off," she said firmly. Lisa's response was immediate and final. "Then clock out. You're done here." The room was silent as Lillian untied her apron, folded it neatly, and placed it on the counter. She turned and walked toward the door, her MAGA cap still firmly on her head. What she didn't realize was that in a corner booth, a young man named Brian Harris had been filming the entire encounter on his phone. Within hours, the video was uploaded online. It spread like wildfire, igniting a storm of reactions that would change Lillian's life forever. Overnight, the internet exploded. The video of Lillian's firing spread like wildfire across social media, racking up millions of views. News outlets picked up the story, and soon, everyone had an opinion. Some praised Lillian for standing her ground, calling her brave for defending her beliefs. "She shouldn't have to choose between her job and her personal values," one commenter wrote. Others, however, sided with Lisa, arguing that businesses had the right to enforce dress codes and maintain a neutral environment. She knew what she was doing. "Workplaces aren't places for political statements," another person countered. The debate grew fiercer, with heated arguments flooding comment sections, news reports, and even television segments. Meanwhile, Lillian's world had turned upside down. She woke up to chaos, her phone vibrating nonstop, notifications lighting up her screen like fireworks. Her inbox was overflowing with messages from strangers. Some offered support, job opportunities, and even legal assistance. Others weren't so kind. Threats, insults, and demands for her to apologize poured in. The overwhelming flood of attention left her feeling lost and unsure of what to do next. She had simply stood up for what she believed in, yet now she was at the center of a nationwide controversy. Then, in the midst of all the noise, an unknown number appeared on her phone screen. She hesitated, her heart pounding. Another journalist? A hate caller? With a deep breath, she answered. "Hello?" she said cautiously. A calm, steady voice replied, "Good morning. Is this Lillian Jakes?" "Yes." "Who's calling?" she asked, wary. "This is Barron Trump." Lillian froze. Had she heard that right? Barron Trump? The name alone sent a fresh wave of shock through her. She had never imagined speaking to him, let alone receiving a call from him. Swallowing hard, she finally found her voice. Barron Trump? Like, the Barron Trump? Yes, he said simply. I saw the video of what happened to you at the diner, and I wanted to reach out personally. Lillian's mind raced as she clutched her phone. Barron Trump had seen the video, and he was calling her? She struggled to process what was happening as his voice remained calm on the other end. I wanted to tell you personally that what happened to you was wrong, Barron said. No one should lose their job over their personal beliefs, especially not in such a humiliating way. Your manager had no right to do that. Lillian swallowed, still trying to comprehend the situation. I don't know what to say, she admitted. You don't have to say anything, Barron assured her. My legal team is already preparing to take action against Waverly's diner for workplace discrimination. You were punished for expressing yourself, and that's unacceptable. A lump formed in Lillian's throat. Just hours ago, she had felt completely alone, drowning in the chaos of the online firestorm. Now, here was Barron Trump, not only standing up for her, but taking legal action on her behalf. I never thought someone like you would get involved in something like this, she said, her voice barely above a whisper. Barron chuckled lightly. Sometimes, doing what's right is the only reason you need. Then his tone shifted. But I didn't just call to offer legal help. I wanted to talk to you about something else. An opportunity. Lillian sat up straighter. An opportunity? Yes, Barron confirmed. I co-own a restaurant chain, and we're opening a new location in Manhattan next month. It's called Trump Table. High-end dining, excellent reputation. I'd like to offer you a position there. Great pay, full benefits, and a fresh start. Lillian's eyes widened. Are you serious? I wouldn't have called if I wasn't, Barron said. Take some time to think about it, but the offer stands. Lillian felt an unexpected wave of emotion wash over her. Just a day ago, she had been fired in front of a room full of people, humiliated, and left to pick up the pieces of her life. Now, one phone call had changed everything. I don't know how to thank you, she said, her voice trembling. You don't have to, Barron replied. Just keep being true to yourself. The fallout for Waverly's diner was swift and brutal. As news of Lillian's firing spread, protests erupted outside the small Greenville restaurant. Crowds gathered with signs, demanding accountability. The media swarmed, covering the scandal from every angle. What had once been a beloved local diner was now the center of a nationwide controversy. Meanwhile, Barron Trump's legal team wasted no time, filing a lawsuit against the diner for workplace discrimination and emotional distress. The financial strain was too much for the small business to handle. Within weeks, Waverly's diner shut its doors for good, a quiet, humiliating end to a place that had once felt like home to Lillian. As for Lisa Holland, the once confident manager who had fired Lillian so publicly, she now found herself on the receiving end of that same public scrutiny. She tried to defend her decision, but the damage was done. Her reputation was in shambles, and no business wanted to be associated with her. Once in control, she was now just another face in a scandal that wouldn't be forgotten. But for Lillian, the story was just beginning. She packed her bags and moved to Manhattan, stepping into a new world of opportunity. Trump Table was unlike anything she had ever experienced. An upscale restaurant buzzing with elegance, marble floors gleaming under crystal chandeliers. Opening night was grand, filled with celebrities, politicians, and influencers. Dressed in her crisp new uniform, Lillian felt the weight of everything she had been through, but also the excitement of a fresh start. Near the end of the night, a familiar figure appeared at the doorway. Barron Trump watched her with a small smile as she approached. "You've done well," he said. Lillian smiled back, her voice full of gratitude. I couldn't have done it without you. Barron shrugged. All I did was give you a platform to succeed. The courage was always yours. As he turned to leave, Lillian watched him go, realizing just how much her life had changed. She had lost a job, but gained something far greater. A new beginning, a sense of purpose, and proof that standing up for what you believe in can lead to something extraordinary. Lillian's story isn't just about a hat. It's about standing firm in your beliefs, even when the world seems to be against you. She could have backed down, taken off the cap, and kept her job, but she chose to stay true to herself. That choice cost her in the moment, but in the end, it led to something greater. Sometimes, what feels like a loss is really just the beginning of something better. Her journey proves that standing up for yourself can bring unexpected opportunities. She went from being humiliated in front of a crowded diner to starting a new life in Manhattan, working at one of the most prestigious restaurants in the city. And while Waverly's diner faded into the past, Lillian stepped into a future filled with success, resilience, and self-respect. But now I want to hear from you. Was Lillian treated unfairly, or was Lisa just enforcing workplace rules? Do you think businesses should have the right to control what employees wear, or was this a case of discrimination? Let's discuss in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories that make you think. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.